Hello, I'm Caspian Conran, a political economist at Beringa. Welcome to this four-part series where we'll be looking at the implications of the choices of the four major emitters as we move ahead to Glasgow and COP26. These four players, China, the United States, the EU and India, will have a disproportionate impact over the global energy transition and, crucially, whether we'll hit those Paris-aligned goals. The European Union, the largest single market in the world, a critical actor on the global stage in regards to climate change, speaking with one voice through the European Union Commission. We've evaluated the EU 27's decarbonisation policies in accordance to our credibility and durability framework. We look at the policy maturity of the EU 27 on our x-axis by looking at the maturity of that policy on the credibility axis. We score the EU 27 across power generation, transport, buildings and energy efficiency, and the EU comes out as our top performer of the four largest emitters. On the y-axis, we look at the durability of the EU 27. That gives us a view of the momentum behind decarbonisation. Here as well, the EU scores well with +1, showing that the decarbonisation transition is relatively well insulated from political and economic shocks. We've seen over recent years the EU perform well with a downward sloping trajectory from its 2005 base. Policy projections from Climate Action Tracker show that that is set to continue. However, it's important to note that there isn't currently the trajectory to get to the target of net zero by 2050. The EU has come with strong targets, most notably to reduce emissions by 55% by 2030, and crucially that net zero target. There's also ambitions to increase renewable energy to 40% of the renewable energy mix by 2040. Equally, a strong support for electric vehicles, increasing the proportion of electric vehicles mandated to be sold to 100% by 2035. There are risks and issues domestically, however. On the positive side, recent months there has been a shortage of Russian pipeline gas to European markets. That has, in some corners, seemingly concentrated minds. Their argument is that they should accelerate away from the fossil fuel economy in order to increase energy security and reduce their dependence on Russian pipeline gas. Therefore, there is an argument domestically within member state capitals that, if anything, decarbonisation should be accelerated rather than stalled. However, there are risks to the energy transition also. On the right-hand side, you can see that there are widening differences in income per capita across member states, and those traditional divisions between north and south, but also centre and eastern states, come to become more prominent. We know in recent weeks that Poland and Hungary have increasingly challenged the authority of the European Commission. We also know that it's those states with lower per capita incomes which tend to have lower concern for climate change. The big issue, therefore, is non-compliance. Can we really be sure that member states will implement those Commission edicts? We know that there are 7 member states which have yet to submit plans to the European Commission outlining how they'll achieve their Paris goals. That's despite the fact that it was a legal requirement to do so by January 2020. And this raises, therefore, real compliance risk for the EU's decarbonisation policy. Let us know what you think of the European Union's energy transition by commenting below.